So I don't like the intro that I originally went with this video because I don't look good even though my hair is like soaking wet now, but that's besides the point because my dog is much cuter even though he's camera shy. And we are just going to introduce this video for Operation Christmas Child Box. I always forget to ask you guys to subscribe, so please subscribe. It'll help me out and it'll help you out because you'll see more ideas from me in the future. Not only Operation Christmas Child, but all kinds of ways of helping people and the environment. Okay, so something that I do want to note about this shoebox is that this box I'm using right now is slightly bigger than the Operation Christmas Child shoebox, so I'm fully aware that I might need to downsize by 1 or 2 items when I do the final shoebox, because I am going to put them all in official shoeboxes this year. I have some that are the same correct size, but this one, unfortunately, is a little bit bigger, so I intentionally made it so that it wasn't overflowing, but it's still might be a little bit of a challenge to fit in a regular size shoebox, but we'll see. So this was an afterthought, this little monkey stuffed animal. There is a separate wow item in here, but I just kind of put that on top because children really like stuffed animals. Guys, he's either running away from the camera or getting in the way of it. All right, now usually for the younger shoeboxes, I do a smaller school kit. However, I ran out of the smaller sized pencil cases, and when I did this one, I honestly just like filled it up like regular, and it can't hurt for them to have extra items, or maybe someone else in the family can use it, or they save it until they need it to go to school. For the younger ones, I do a smaller notebook though, so that's good news as far as when I'm trying to fit it into the regular size shoebox. Then we have here this little Christmas sticker face. So basically you take all of, you know, face pieces and you can stick it on and build your Rudolph and a gingerbread man, etc., etc. And I think this is perfectly appropriate for a 2 to 4-year-old. I think it could go for a lot of different genders or age groups, but I think they should be able to handle this. That's like a preschool type project, so I like that. I really like including puzzles. I'm a big fan of including puzzles just for brain development and fine motor skills. There's numbers as to, you know, which puzzle piece to help out an adult that may be helping the child. In the front right here, that's actually a printout of what the puzzle is supposed to look like so that they have that for reference. And then the puzzle pieces are actually behind that printout. We've got 2 pairs of socks in here, which I do like to include 2. Now, if I need to downsize, something that I'll downsize would probably be down to 1 pair of socks maybe, and I might get rid of the monkey. Now here we have this little Barbie cup. It actually came with a Barbie toothbrush. I don't know what happened to that, but inside of here I have all kinds of hair ties, hair clips, and some velvet scrunchies right here. It's a pretty small cup, so I think I should be able to keep that when I move this to a different size shoebox. This is a crank / solar powered flashlight, hoping to keep that in. 2 pairs of underwear, girl 2 to 4. I put in toddler size 4s usually, a 4T, and those are small, and I would like to keep both of those in. This is a first aid kit and sewing kit, so I'm not going to go into too much detail because I have separate videos on what I include inside of these packages, so you can go watch that video if you're interested in what's in my first aid and sewing kit, but there's nail clippers and things like that. Tennis ball. I really like tennis balls. Like, they can have interactive play. This is also better for gross motor skills, whereas the puzzle is more fine motor skills. Can you tell I was a preschool teacher before? 2 bars of soap, and I put in a soap saver. Now, I didn't have enough soap savers to put to give 2, but I think they should be able to figure it out. Again, I would like to keep the 2 bars of soap. We have a kazoo. We have a pair of combs. The younger kids usually don't have like thick long hair yet. Granted, they can use a brush in the future, just like they can use the school supplies in the future, but for now we're putting in combs. A little whistle. Now I do have a car, and people for some reason always think that it's like a boy thing, which first of all, it's not. Second of all, little girls can play with cars, and in a lot of lower income countries, girls play with toy cars very often because it's one of the most accessible types of toys for children to get and play with. So they might even already have a toy car that they play with, and it makes a good filler item for shoeboxes. Now in this one we only have 1 washcloth as opposed to my usual 2, but I will show you why in just a second. we have got a miniature, not miniature, but just like kid-sized spoon and fork, a toothbrush. Oh, that's the Barbie one that came with the cup, so that came with it, and it actually came with this saver too, which is super nice. Now this is my wow item, and this is the reason that it's going to be hard to fit everything in a box, so I might need to figure out how to squish this down a little bit, but this is the item that I'm super excited about. I spread it out so hopefully you can see it now. It's one of those poncho towels. So they can wear it as, you know, it's a towel. It's a towel, you can use it to dry off and everything, but you can also wear it, and it has the hood piece for them to put on. They can, you know, you can wear it, pretend you're a fairy, help you dry off. And I feel like it has a lot of uses, and I really like it. It's just that it's really thick, and I might have to be creative on as to how I pack that in a shoebox. And then this is just a carrying bag, which I like to put in my shoeboxes because it's super useful to have a carrying bag for many reasons, but also just to carry all this stuff home. So this is definitely my favorite item. I think as I've talked through this, I've kind of told you things that I might be willing to downsize. Now, something that I'm never willing to compromise on is the school supplies, because I think those are super important. Most of my other items are actually pretty small. Now, because this is a wow item, I might get rid of the monkey, but if I can keep him in here, then I'll certainly keep him in here. I might get rid of the cup, but if I can keep it, I'll certainly keep it, especially because it has stuff in it anyway, and it's not taking up too much extra space. I might get rid of the flashlight. I might get rid of one pair of socks, not that that changes a whole lot, and I might get rid of one bar of soap if I have to. Now, I don't think I'm gonna have to get rid of all that, maybe just like one or two things, but those are just a couple of the things that I might be willing to compromise on. But you definitely have to be aware to keep fun items in there for the child, and not just put, you know, school supplies and soap, because I'm sure they'd be appreciative of it, but also they're kids and they would like a toy or two to play with as well. So this is what I've got for my girl 2 to 4. Super excited about this poncho thing, and hopefully they enjoy this.